Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Fiat or Alfa Romeo, guys. And if you have coolant leaks, we'll explain the most common places where you can develop a coolant leak and one common mistake people make when draining coolant or adding coolant that can actually destroy your engine. So make sure to stay until the end, we'll explain what it is. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we guys do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. And if you need to buy any parts tools for a good price and quick shipping, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tool supplies from and you can save a ton of money. So with that being said, let's explain what we have specifically here. This is a Fiat 500 Abarth, but for instance that engine right here, as you can see, Fiat and Alfa are built by Chrysler Corporation. It's actually owned by Chrysler, guys, and that same engine 1.4 has been used in at least 5 Fiat models, 4 Alfa Romeos and 3 Jeep Dodge products here in the United States. So well, Jeep Compass, Renegade, Cherokee and Dodge Dart, all 4 of them. Now, even if you have a different engine, where you can expect to develop coolant leaks, coolant tanks reservoir, okay, can often start cracking and breaking when they get old due to the fact that the plastic will turn, it will become fragile and it will not hold pressure, and if people remove hoses and stuff like that, often they can pull sideways and actually break that thing right here, or you can develop leaks from anywhere around it. Another thing, guys, will be radiator hoses. This is the upper radiator hose, it goes right here to the radiator loose clamps. You always need to inspect the clamps. It goes to the thermostat housing, inspect the clamps as well. And you want to make sure, guys, okay, that you don't have a leaking thermostat housing gasket as well. You have a thermostat housing gasket, you have a coolant temperature sensor right there that if it's loose it can drip coolant, and you have one coolant line that can develop coolant leak here as well. That's very commonplace because people do not know how to actually disconnect those special lines, and they often will cause damage. Now on the back side, if you're leaking towards the firewall, you actually, guys, have 2 coolant hoses that go to the heater of the car. Inspect that one as well. If the coolant leak is coming from the timing cover here where the belts are, it's very likely you have a leaking water pump. The water pump can leak from the gasket or from the bearing from the axle, and that can be really easily noticed as well. Now for instance right here, another place, you may have an oil and coolant oil cooler right here. Often coolant lines can go to it, and that can actually, guys, okay, that can cause problems as well, because if it fails, okay, you can start the gasket fail, you can start developing coolant leaks. Right here you have another 3-way hose, you can see, and that 3-way hose can often, guys, okay, develop leaks because it's plastic, and we had one that we had to replace recently, that 3-way like that cracked and developed leaks as well. Now when you guys have coolant leak right under the bumper, it's likely that you have a bad radiator that you may need to replace, or inspect the hoses and make sure that you don't have actually a loose hose, loose connection somewhere. Something else, if you drain the coolant, you need to add coolant, okay. People will make a mistake where they will just add it and start driving. That's a big mistake. You need to actually go ahead and bleed the cooling system on Fiat Alfa Romeo. That way you can get the air out of the engine. Otherwise you can overheat the engine and destroy your engine. So always bleed the cooling system. We'll be making a video how to do that on our channel, how to bleed cooling system on Fiat. Check it out. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.